Good evening, this is Jill. I'm going to show you today how to use plantain. Plantain is one of the weeds that we talked about as one of the plants in nature's garden that's been provided for you to be healthy. Plantain is one of the first aid plants out there. It's antibacterial, antiseptic, it is astringent, so it helps tighten and tone the tissues down to stop any discharge, and it helps stop bleeding by doing that. Treats, heals wounds. I got my cheat sheet. Helps it remove obstructions. So I had a friend that got she was going to weed and put her hand down, and what she was trying to pull out turned out to be a tree, and it splintered, and she got a whole bunch of them stuck in her finger, and they dug them out. But plantain is a plant that would be really helpful for drawing things out. So first aid is plantain's absolute claim to fame. Yesterday, as we were working in the shop, I got a nice cut right there, and you can see it's kind of red, and it really hurts because I move it a lot. I got a cut there, and a whole bunch of scratches. Those aren't too bad, I'm not worried about. But I need these healed up in just a few days, so I'm going to use plantain, which grows really well in your dry yard. You'll see it. It likes places where the ground has been compacted. One of its jobs in nature is to help open up soil, to help the soil to heal. A lot of weeds, that's their function, is to heal the soil, as well as us. So, we have some in our yard. Thank you, Mr. Plant. I'm just going to get, this is a thin-leafed variety. There's also a variety that has big, fat leaves, but they're both plantain. So, I'm going to wrap this one around here. I'm going to soften it up and break the fibers so that it releases what's in it. I'm just going to give it a couple chews, which sounds kind of gross, but it softens it up. It's something you can do when you're out and about and you need a quick band-aid. And believe it or not, because everything in your body is connected, my body will identify it quicker as being friendly and useful because I've already communicated it through the first line of communication in your body, which is your mouth. Now, if I was out and about someplace, say camping, and didn't have Band-Aids available, you can just wrap those around, tuck them together, make a Band-Aid out of it. You could tie it on with a strip of cloth. If you got the big fat ones, you could use some of your shoelace. There's all sorts of ways that you can use it for first aid. I find the Band-Aids are just a stickier, easier way to keep things attached. So, I'm going to find another one. Soften it up a bit. These seed pods are full of moisture. They're tastier when they've got more flowers on them like that. But again, when you're out hiking and you need a little moisture, you can eat those seed pods. You get a pile of nutrition because that's where the plant has put all its energy because it wants to reproduce. And you get some good moisture. Plantain, these are actually kind of hurting, and you can see where that one is, it's red and it's irritated. The plantain feels really good. It helps cool, it helps calm those tissues so that they'll feel better. I'm going to do this twice a day, so I'm doing it tonight. I already did it earlier today once. I'm going to do it again tomorrow morning. By Friday morning, these should be fairly well healed up, especially this finger. This one might still be a little raw, but it'll be well on its way, so that I can do what I need to do, gutting chickens, This is the hand that reaches in and does everything, which is why it's so beat up. But it'll be good to go. Ready to go in just a few days using Plantain. How do I know? My children will tell you I'm an expert at cutting my hands and doctoring wounds. So that's Plantain. It's your first aid friend. First aid for your ground. First aid for you. Nature is abundant. Has ways to take care of you. Have a great and abundant day.